Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do a lot of messing around. This is quite simply going to be working on beating games as fast as we can. Which means... Oh yeah, it's still on Dark Souls. One day I'll fix OBS. Need to remember, I need to change OBS to where it doesn't think I'm always streaming Dark Souls. And I need to change, there's something else I need to change. I don't remember what it is. Oh well. Anyway, for now, we're going to start with shapes, because we just basically, I believe, if I'm wrong, then oops, but I believe this is like the final factory that we need to make. So, I'm kind of clearing out room, and I want to make this as efficient as possible. So I want to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Which is a little sad. I kind of would like to see what it would look like if I didn't, and I just have all this stuff everywhere. Because it does look cool, but it's taking up space, so I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, that's part of why I love playing shapes, is because the music is so nice. Like, it's only a few songs, but they're all just so pleasant. Okay. This down here is also junk. Clear that back a little bit. And then this is the wrong color. So I don't care about it either. Okay. So, I want to make this as efficient as possible. We've been running by making 7 copies of something, but this is double that. So I probably want to make really as close to just 16 copies here, so it finishes in a reasonable amount of time. Because I don't think it'll take very long to beat ahead in time if we're playing on easy mode. That's the idea anyway. But we need to stack squares on circles. So let's start with these 2 up here, and we'll just do 4 at a time, I think. Square in the round hole. Yep, that's the idea. That's all shapes is, really. Alright, so the first thing I need to figure out is which direction is this doing this in? Okay, that is the circle on the square, which is what I want. Okay. So like this, and then we'll put, I forgot it changes that every time I start a fresh file. Not a fresh file, but, okay. There's 2 of them. Unfortunately, not having copy-paste means this is going to take a little bit of time. That is not what I want. I want this one then to be in that little hole. That. Okay. So now I have my 4 copies of this shape. And basically I just need to copy this exact factory 4 times, but then now I have the added complication of this part. So this first one should be pretty easy because we can just cut squares here. But essentially we need the bottom part of a square and we need it 4 times, so we need to cut into 4, and we need the bottom 2, so we need to trash the outsides. And we need to stack the insides. Like that. We just need to keep doing that a few times here. Welcome, Ezark. We're plugging away at the initial factory. This should be the final one. And then once this is set up to be as efficient as possible to beat it within this stream, I will swap to a hat in time to beat it. We may be doing kind of baby mode hat in time, but I picked very difficult goal setting and it's kind of kicking my butt. So we're just gonna go it the baby way. Take notes on a hat in time. What exactly do you need to take notes on for? Well, let's It'll be your first time beating it in Archipelago, yeah. That is true. But your goal is not my goal. Actually, I can just get rid of this. This is in the way. Okay, so now we need to stack these two. So it should be the... You've been doing death wishes the whole time? That's crazy. Okay, so I should put the... this one here, so this is right. Yeah, I want it to be just the way it is here. And that is the shape that we need. Allegedly. Now, I probably can pull... How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just pull this one to the inside. Just keep doing the same thing. Welcome, Ringtail. We're setting up the factory, getting it to work here. And then the last one here. Now, if I had copy paste, this would be so much better. Like, just absurdly better. But unfortunately, if I want this to finish at any reasonable rate of time, we're going to have to just basically recreate this in a few different spots, a few different ways, and just kind of is what it is, I suppose. But the good news is, It's not like that took that long. And we already have our first 4 production lines going. So, you know, just one more of these, and it's technically faster efficiency than we've ever had before in a factory. We've not done any more than 7 lines at once. Now, one thing I can do here that I haven't done a lot of is my production lines are faster. Like, my extractors and my belts are faster than any of my things here, so I could always split this factory into 2. Let me delete this just in case it's in the way. Because I have the splitter now. It would cut into the efficiency a little, I think, but it would be easier. I could maybe do that with a different factory, more configured for that to work. Like here, let me do something like this, just to see how this might look. So we have 4 lines here. Oops. We split it like this. And then let's say we do a, is this it? Yeah. Splitter here. Here. And then the same thing here and here. And then we bring this out like that. Oh no, see, Jeff has already finished way more games than me, so I gotta catch up to Jeff. That's the goal. Oops. Like there. Okay. Now we have 8 of these. I want to do the same thing here. But I want to do it in a way that's going to connect nicely, which is easier said than done. I'm going to bring these back a little bit. And then I'm going to try and connect them like... how do I want to do this? I guess we'll do this. Yeah, Jeff started beating a bunch of games while I was gone. I was like, uh-oh, I gotta get back. You know, I had my break and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna catch up to him if he keeps beating games like this. I gotta go. I gotta get a move on. But you know, I knew he was taking this vacation, so I was like, okay, you know, there's hope. We can bring this back. Oops, I keep doing that. Okay, so now we have another 8 here. And like, we're already at 1,000 of these, so like, I don't think this should be that bad, in theory. Okay, so we want to make sure that the circle is going on top. I really wish the stacker had a variant, but it doesn't, but this is the good orientation anyway. Let's just kind of put that there. It's facing the wrong way. Yeah, okay, that's right. So I essentially want to make the factory kind of follow this same shape. Might not be a perfect pattern, but I'm just kind of roughly following it. Makes it for a little bit more of a clean pattern than we've done in the past, I think. The overlapping is a little bit more staggered. The only thing I need to be careful of is making sure I can actually like extract these things properly. Like in this case, I'm kind of in a situation like I can extract it, but it's a little weird. But it doesn't have to be pretty, so... just do that just to kind of give myself an idea of where I'm at. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. It'll be the last ones here. Then I need to bring this around. I think we should have plenty of room now. Just throw this one in there because the circles are not going to be cramped at all. Bring these forward another. Honestly, by the time this specific factory is done, I think we'll have enough of a build-up of the other factory that it'll be like, yeah, we're in a good spot to just immediately go to Hat in Time. I don't even know if we'll need more. I mean, we'll see. Because, I mean, if I beat a Hat in Time first, I can just swap over to this and improve this while we wait for it to finish, but we'll see. Okay, and then this one is the outlier that can get dragged all the way around. Wahoo. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. Did not count that out. Whatever. Actually, I probably shouldn't even do that yet because I need to see. Okay, so I need magenta. So I have red and blue here, which is moderately convenient. I have a square factory I could use here. Or I could do one that's a little bit farther away and pipe them in, so that way it's not super crowded. That's probably a better idea. Like down here. Essentially, I want this. Now, this might be the biggest bottleneck, where, like, I probably should make 8 of these, but I don't know if I will. I think the color I could probably get away with making 4 of. I think color mixer is faster than because the cut then stack is 2 operations. Whereas this is 1 operation, I could probably get away with splitting it. It doesn't have to be precise for this, really. But I think that is what I will do. So I'm going to pull out this. We'll just pull this out as far as possible here. Yep. Then same thing one more time. So there we go. And then I want to split all of these. Okay, so now we have our 8 magenta flow, and now for the slightly trickier part. I really don't think I want those facing that way anyway. I think I'd rather just keep them all going this way for now. I think I do need to make 8 of these though, just to be on the extra safe side. For now, we'll have our first 4. Oops. There's those. And then where's the next square? Over here. So I can basically just do like 4 on that side, 4 on this side. That should work out pretty well. Keep things very separated here. Okay, so now we have those, and now I just need to figure out how I want to connect all of these. Oh, we should spread all these out by 2. And then do something like, whoops, something like this. All these are as far up as they can be, and then tunnel them into here. do the exact same thing on this side. See, are these going up? I guess they're going up to... Oh, there's an extra gap here, right? So it's kind of inconsistent. Oops. Okay. Go. Now we have 8 production lines here. About as efficient as it's going to get. So we have 8. We have 8. And now we just need to combine. Same deal here. Alright. So... how do I want to do this? These are like nice and spread out, and these are absolutely not. Okay, so I guess I just need to bring these up so I can kind of see what I'm working with here. It's going to be very funny to see Jeff play Satisfactory when we do the Alchemizer. Let's see, make sure I remember what I'm doing here. So, yeah, the square needs to be the one that's going on top. So, coming from this angle, it's actually a little worse. I think I need to do it more along these lines, where like I'm tunneling these. This is a very awkwardly shaped way to do this, but it should work better. Just run this up. Guess I should probably go ahead and run this up to the hub as well. Just so I'm producing while I'm also building. We're already at 6.4k, which is pretty big. It's gonna be funny if this game just like goes while I'm in the middle of something and I had in time and I just don't notice. Okay. We're still in a good... Yeah, this pattern works pretty nicely as we move up more. Okay. Because having these, like, 2 gaps means that we don't have to worry about, running out of space for tunnelers. So I can just do that now. It may look ugly, but I guess it's surprisingly well put together. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy with how this is turning out. First I thought it'd be a little iffy, but I don't know. It just has like a nice little look to it. It's nice that it's spaced out enough to have like a very consistent pattern. No weirdness that I've done in the past to fix like a specific issue. It seems like efficiency-wise it's moving along pretty well. Okay, and there we go. Now we have 12 of the 16 ports being used. Zoom out on this. Very nice. Definitely gonna post like a screenshot of the final factory once this game's beaten. Yeah, very happy with how this looks actually. Neat. If I wanted to, I could now pad these lines better so there's not this weird gap here, but whatever. I'm considering just like doing one of these real fast just to I think I will, just to make sure that the room doesn't close because it needs to send a check to stay open. I'm gonna just do that real fast. Completely useless thing. Might as well. We'll do a quick little magenta setup. We need to get a bottom right spike, which we can grab from here. Don't know what this bridge is, but sure. Bring it over here. Paint it. There's that. And then I need a white, which I should also be able to do right here pretty easily. Actually, since it's literally one shape, I can just do this, actually. This makes it way better. Split off of this. Color mixer. Need a green, which is right here. Very convenient. Okay. And then I need the bottom left of a circle, which there's a circle right here. Cut that into pieces. Is it this one that I need? Yeah. Let's grab the painter, put it here. Tunnel this across that line. We have both of these coming here, stack, and go. Okay, quick little check here just to keep it from shutting down. Oh, I got it's a mess too. Nice. I kept saying I think that'll happen eventually. Surely eventually. I think that's for 40 unique shapes or something. We finally hit it. But we are already at 11K. Very good. Might be a little hard to see this over time, but there we go. That is going to run. And while that runs, we are going to beat a hat time. Okay. So yeah, baby mode on. We will hopefully just do this in one try. I'll run to the restroom first, and then we'll knock it out and see what it gets. Okay. Yeah, so essentially what we need to do here is we need to beat Seal the Deal, which has proven to be rather difficult without two major things that I'm missing. The umbrella and Time Stop Hat. Time Stop Hat because it makes dodging attacks way easier, and Umbrella is a particular issue because in the Snatcher fight at the end of this, you're guaranteed to always get hit by his attack after you punch him because he's so fast, and Hat Kid does like a 3-jump animation holding her fist in pain whenever you punch something without the umbrella. So with those, it's proven to be kind of difficult, so instead we're doing it the slightly easier way. that is okay, because it's still fun. I can still grind for hours. So here we go.
Supercharge! I'm gonna get you!
Okay, I've missed 2 jumps already.
You're not meant for me! Supercharge!
Yeah, no umbrella makes it much worse. I've never had a happy time seat where I've actually gotten an umbrella, so I'm kind of confused at this point. Yeah, and sometimes it's hit like that, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no umbrella. I'm not gonna bother him before. I'll just try and beat him without it.
Ultra charge!
It's like the shit on decent qualities also.
Mega charge!
Guaranteed that I have to play
Mafia! It can't be!
Oh. This easier one. I don't know what it is. Specifically, it's like this specific version of Killer Birds. Much easier, because it's like straight as long as the harder phases.
Can't believe I let you be the star of my movies! This one ain't rubber!
Don't you know?
There's no clipping out of the map. That's the other loss. Remember, of course, the ultimate snatcher fight. Fight is much easier just because of how much shorter it is. So that's kind of true of all of the Snatcher. Snatcher, the other one's much harder. Yeah, the guy getting contracts. I don't know why. Okay. Now time to do the actually hard part. It was like the regeneration effects are weird. Like they stack in a weird way or something. Trying to avoid doing that for a little bit, but it makes it easier. want to stay moving instead of standing still against the edge better. There's also a position that I was gonna grab. As soon as you get hit there, it's like, okay. You just get stuck. Now, in theory, I should have infinite lives, but I don't. It doesn't seem to be quite working how I expect it to work, so I'm not sure. But it also started on 1. I don't know. In theory, the way this is supposed to work is like, it just basically removes the fact that you have 2 lives, you don't have to do the other bosses again, so you can just kind of sit there and fight this guy. But, the interactive way of something with it. Annoying because like sometimes your screen will easily get covered up by those if you're trying to look for the stuff in the sky. I guarantee that I hit twice because I unlocked there. That's how that goes. Trying to move towards that motion, but I can't see it. That time. That rotation. Wait. Towards it. I'm gonna get here anyway. There's nothing we can do. Just a guaranteed hit. So cool. Really, that hit me twice there, despite the fact that I do that. Specifically good at that one happening. That attack, sure. Not really the one I prefer to skip, but getting the rotations off is hard enough as it is. Like, it's just so much happening.
Leave behind the pretty corpse. At least you got 2 out of 3 right.
Let me double check and make sure this is working though. corpse. Yeah, but I don't really like need umbrella, so I'm gonna do it without it. It would definitely be instantly done if I had umbrella, but really, stop spawning them on top of me while I'm trying to dodge in that same direction, please. Begging you. Dude, go inside and then it just obliterates me. I wonder how long you can let it sit there. I should probably try that. Dude, stop it. Ow. There we go. I didn't throw it. I pressed the button and didn't throw it. That's simple. Go back to the floor. Somehow make that work. Oh, okay, got him. Nice. Last life clutch. That was a very good dodging on that last, like, super ring attack. And there it is. That is goal. Everything just released. I see Shape's got an item. Alright, I will look at what that received in a second. GG. I don't even know if me having assist mode on even helped in that fight. Because, so essentially what assist mode does, it gives you regeneration, but only if you're standing still, so that does nothing. The only regeneration I have is from Peace and Tranquility. It gives you 8 health, which is great and all, but you saw whenever I restarted the battle there, it only put me at 4. And other than maybe right at the start, I'm not sure if I ever actually got back to 5 or higher health. So I basically played it at 4. And then it gives you supposedly infinite attempts instead of the 3 lives at the bosses. But I beat it on the 3rd life anyway, so I didn't need that. So I just had I guess that was really just normal peace and tranquility fight anyway. Still easier than normal, but not complete baby mode. That was actually a pretty good attempt all in all. But it is done. Let me close this notification in shapes so that's not blocking everything. We're at 32k, so we're almost there. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up in, well, I guess, let's see, the Discord bot is gonna be sending the checks out kind of bit by bit. So I will look at them as they come out instead of looking at the text client. But it looks like we got 2 shards to Final Fantasy 1, which are required to goal that game. 4 power stars to Mario 64. Key to AP quest, which is a check. A small key to Swamp Palace, Stonehead, Urchin Costume, bunch of random things to Aquaria. Random items to Blasphemous that are probably important. 2 strawberries to Celeste, and a core A checkpoint. And a strawberry to Celeste 64. Bazillion scraps, map width, and map height to Checks Finder, which is actually a pretty big deal. Cleansing to Castlevania Circle of the Moon. That's kind of nice because that lets me go through the sewers area without getting poisoned. Progressive Spaceport to Civ. Order Lookhead to Overcooked is nice. 32 rep to Cyberfunk. Another progressive fishing rod to Stardew is actually really nice. Club card, cauliflower seeds, 2 golden walnuts. Category 4 of a kind to Yacht Dice, as well as a bonus point. Some coins to Donkey Kong. Night Map Pack to DLC Quest. A blue key card and a new level to Doom 1. A yellow key, yellow skull key as well. Okay, so 2 keys and a map to Doom 1, and also a map to Doom 2. Dark Souls 3 items don't matter. Pokemon Emerald got the SS ticket, which is kind of funny. I don't think I can use that yet, but it does let you go to Lily Cove like really early, which is always weird. Firepower? Oh, that's it. Speed module to Factorio. My own items don't matter. Let's see. Heretic got nothing. It got a yellow key. Wow. Another seashell to a short hike and a golden feather and a fishing rod. That's actually really good. Junk to Hollow Knight, nothing to Hylix. Power Cell, Scout Fly 50, Precursor Orb to Daxter. Yeah, one of the proofs to KH2. I forget if those are required, if you're doing Lucky Emblem Hunt, or not. I think they are. I think you still... Do you still need the 3 proofs with the Lucky Emblems if you're doing Lucky Emblem Hunt? 2 Heart Stars to Kirby actually does unlock the next level as well. So we're up to World 4 in Kirby, I believe. Brown to Lingo, so another color, as well as 2 sets of panels. Another one of the elusive Lufia 2 items. Very good. A song to Mustache. That may or may not be new, I don't really know. Thunder Seal to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. My favorite item, Stone of Agony to OT. Active Camouflage to Saving Princess. Progressive Metals to Raft. That's actually kind of funny. Progressive Metals means that, I can actually smelt that titanium. I don't know if I can do anything with it, but I sure can. A bunch of items to Risk of Rain. Sand Pot Bottom to Shivers. Wahoo. Gravity to SMZ3? Is that Gravity Suit? Do I have Varia Suit and Gravity Suit in SMZ3? Huh? That's kind of absurd. I'm actually going to open up the tracker for SMZ3. Because the problem is that I still need Morph Ball, which is in logic, but gravity is gravity suit. Yeah. Morph Ball currently unlocks 61 checks in SMZ3. Which, given the fact that Metroid is like a 100 check game, that's basically saying that once I get Morph Ball, I can just go everywhere that isn't locked by a key. Oh yeah, I completely breezed over ice cream. I just like saw ice cream and just like didn't think anything of it and forgot that those are world unlock items. Yeah, I got 2 ice creams. That's really funny. I don't think I had 1 ice cream, and there's what, 3 ice creams in the pool, so I have like Twilight Town 1 and Twilight Town 2, but not Twilight Town 3. And yeah, that was Mario's key was in the I do still need climb. I forgot to hit climb, and I'm not really worrying about it yet, but obviously I'll need that to beat the game in addition to that key. But the fact that this got 2 ice creams when I needed ice creams more than anything else is actually crazy. Let's see, moving on, we got an emblem to Sonic Adventure 2, a bunch of random items to Landstalker that definitely do something, a mobile vehicle bay fragment to Subnautica is very good. Bean Fruit 1, Beanstone 9, yep. Oh, Shaper, oh wow, Witness got a lot. Witness got Shapers, Progressive Dots, and Progressive Stars. And that's actually really good because we just got Swamp Panels from Shapes the other day. So now I have Swamp Panels and Shapers. So that's opening up a little bit. And then Dots and Stars are just everywhere. So... and then a small key. Wahoo. Plus 20 stars items are nice too. Wow, that had quite a bit, actually. I mean, that's a massive buff to... like, that's an incredible item for SMZ3. A massive buff for Witness. Quite a bit for KH2 to deal with. Actually, I mean, another color to Lingo. Just like... some of those games got quite a bit. Opening things up a good amount here. I guess now I close A Hat in Time and we watch Shapes finish real fast. True, the speed boost is important. Very, very important to have the 2 speed boost. Next time I open Witness, I'm gonna have so much. Like, so much. I will have the 999 seconds of speed. Well, we're getting there. But yeah, I think definitely once Shapes goals, I will need to update the sheet because KH2 is now a much higher priority. I could consider even hinting the 3rd ice cream, but I don't know. I'm torn. So I don't want to overuse hints, and KH2 is one of those games where I could end up needing a lot of hints if I really wanted to hit everything that's in KH2. But also, technically, I need Climb and Ice Cream, and now Mario 64 is like 2 items away from Go Mode. So it is really close. I think, like, I will probably eventually hit them, but I do think I want to do a few wheel streams here soon. Like, make my next few streams just wheel streams, because we have a lot that we can do across a lot of games, and we haven't done wheel in a while. It's been a lot of targeted items. Gotta have some fun things in there, too. Factorio still sitting at 0 out of 179. I'm honestly surprised I haven't gotten more levels to Doom 1, Doom 2, and Heretic with, like, the games that have gold, but I think in total I do actually, like, have quite a few levels, so I guess it's not that weird. Like, I'll be very quickly approaching probably over half of the levels in each game as I hit 50%, which is still a ways off. I don't actually know how many map clears you need to win. Brown is definitely not the biggest color. Nice. I have, what, brown and black and orange? Do you actually have to clear every map? That's funny. So what you're saying is that I'm going to have an awful time clearing Heretic. I mean, if you saw what I had to do in Heretic the other day to make, I forget what I was doing, but I was getting a specific item in Heretic. And I still don't have a weapon in Heretic, but I had to clear out every enemy on the map without a weapon, so that was fun. Melee, choke points, and strafing. And a lot of healing items. I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. Like, obviously the later episodes in those games are wacky, but once I just get my, like, weapons, it'll be way better. And since you need so much, like, so many key cards to go with each of the maps to actually clear, I'll probably have the weapons at that point. And until then, I just run past things. Although at this point, I think our biggest priorities are probably elsewhere anyway. It's like, I mean, the biggest priority is honestly figuring out that one Yu-Gi-Oh check. Because Morph Ball is just so massive. Wonder how many checks Finder has in Logic right now. I'll check that while we're waiting. Exactly 4. I mean, that's getting closer to goaling. I guess there's 10 more boards after that. Kingdom Hearts 2 is up to 94. So that's now a much bigger priority. Chex Finder needs every item to go. Figures. I assume like these last few boards are going to be a few pretty big ones to finish things out. Well, we're 5,000 away. It almost worked out. It was pretty good timing. Wonder what like the next closest game would be to if we were to focus on going one. I guess it is probably Mario 64 now. But it'd be kind of weird. Like if I go Dark Souls 3 Hat in Time, Mario 64 shapes, I'm basically going to end up in a situation where I'm goaling a lot of the games that I actually enjoy playing too. Which is going to make some other things quite interesting. I guess technically Tunic is really close to goaling too, but it's the items are in unknown places, so I can't really know without going down a big hint chain that I'm not going to do. And then there's some of the smaller games like Adventure and Choo Choo Charles, but those don't release that many items, and I don't care that much. I'll care more about Choo Choo Charles going once Emerald is out of Dewford Jail. Super Mario World might also be really close to goaling, it just kind of depends. So there's not that many important items left, but there are some very random things that I can get stuck behind. But like, there's also a world in which Swim is the only item I need, so it just depends. It's like, right now I need Swim to un-BK it. If I get a Ghost House on a critical path, then I need a P-Switch. Otherwise, it might be okay. I'm still missing 2 of the Switch Palaces that could be important, but I'm not 100%. There's not that many levels where it matters. I think I'm missing blue and yellow, and I think those are less important. And I know where one of the required blue Switch Palace exits are, and I don't need it to go. Yellow, I'm not sure if it's required for anything. Then there's like another level that requires Cape to get the secret exit, but I know where that one is and it doesn't really matter. So there's like a chance that just with like P-Switch and Swim, I'd probably be like 99% of the time in go mode. And maybe just Swim, but I have not hinted any of that. There's also been a few streams of playing pretty similar games. So I'm okay just letting Mario World sit for a bit and doing some other stuff. we just look at the wheel real fast while this is going. Let's see. Let's remove shapes from the wheel, because there's no point in having that on here. And let's remove a hat in time from the wheel. And I think for now, oh yeah, I forgot about Aquaria. Aquaria is another game that's, I think, one item away from Go mode. I'm going to not have it on the wheel, even though it has checks and logics. We've just done it so many streams in a row. Not in a row, but like recently, that I want some variety. So right now the wheel consists of 28 games. Yeah, Emerald only has 1 of 8 badges. It's really crazy with the percent that we're in. Like, Emerald, once it gets one thing, does get a lot. Especially because I already have Magma Emblem. So, like, being able to use Rock, because I have Rock Smash and Surf, so if I get either of those badges, I'm in an incredible spot. Especially with the fact that I have access to Lily Cove now with SS Ticket, and I have Magma Emblem. Like, I think I also have Waterfall. So there's probably a very weird scenario where Emerald goes into a very, very ugly Go mode if it got like the Surf and Waterfall badges before anything else, which would be really bad. Because I would have to grind my team up. Like, I'd still need the badges, but with I think with just those 2 badges, you can at least go to Victory Road, which is awkward. So I shouldn't say go mode, but like going to like the final areas with a level 10 party just be very awkward. It's about to hit. It's going to be really funny if this actually isn't the final level. But I'm pretty sure it is. Almost there. There it is. And there's everything. What in the world is that? Oh yeah, you do need strength in the Magma Hideout. I forgot about that. You need strength to even really enter it, 'cause it's right at the start. So that's another thing I'm still missing. I sent Pro Cape to Final Fantasy 1. Don't know what that is. Balm to Link's Awakening. Seashell. More scraps. Another coin to Donkey Kong. This game probably is not a lot. Room 6 key to Emerald. Yep, that'll help, surely. Progressive military to Factorio. Another torn page to KH2 and a lucky emblem. Flare Seal to Mystic Quest, as well as Progressive Claw. Okay, so Mystic Quest is the big winner here. Dwarven Mines to RuneScape. Storage to Raft. Healing Boots to Landstalker. That might be good. Thief to Wargroove. Progressive Sword to Wind Waker. Sure. Probably another pack to Yu-Gi-Oh! Another card pack. And yeah, 2 more speed boosts. Let's go. That's what we want to see. Okay, a few good items there. Healing Boots heal you by just walking around. Well, that sounds incredible, actually. It really bothers me that rotators like that. Whatever. Well, that's a game. Gold while not in go mode. We've done that twice now. This is so funny. Like, I was looking at the vanilla shapes things, and Archipelago, it is random, but, like, Archipelago makes it way easier. The base game has some really cool and weird stuff that you can do. And I kind of wish that... There's probably I know there's a lot of settings. So you probably can make it like this. I think you can even just not randomize them. But I kind of would like to do a future shape seed where I have to do some of these weirder ones because they seem very cool. What is Raft missing to get out of the early game? Bolt, hinge, and... shoot, what is it? One more thing, I think. Oops. Circuit board, I think. But I'm actually missing receiver, too. In terms of, like, relatively important items, I'm missing bolt and hinge. I'm missing circuit board. I'm missing receiver. And I'm technically missing steering wheel. But that doesn't matter as much. I'm also missing the zipline tool still for later. And I'm missing the shovel, which may or may not really matter. I already have, of course, the radio tower frequency is free, and I have the Vasagaten frequency as well. So I will immediately have 2 frequencies to go to. If I can at least get circuit board and receiver, I could go to the Mat of Logic. Do I want to sit on Raft and farm that many chests for bolts and hinges? Maybe not, but, like, I could. Maybe. It's probably not worth it. It'd be kind of chill, but it'd probably be a very boring stream. So let's, I guess, yeah, that's a good point in general, though. I'll update the sheet, but before I end off, since I wanted that to be pretty quick, let me just kind of do a little game recap here, a little situational recap. So I'm going to go to the tracker. I'm going to sort by percentage done. So Choo Choo Charles is waiting on all of its go mode items still. Otherwise, it doesn't have much to do outside of getting a few random one-off keys. A Short Hike has probably a bit more to do with another golden feather, but is mostly just waiting for quest items to go now. Lufia 2 has really nothing in logic besides being in go mode, so I'm just waiting to get like every single possible item to Lufia 2 before I do runs of it. Hollow Knight has most of the movement, but it still needs all 3 Dreamers, and I think more towards Voidheart. Aquaria is 1 form away from going. Yeah, I did get Fishing Rod, which is good. Secret of Evermore is, I believe, 3 items away from going, which are hinted and does have more to do currently. Adventure is always 2 items away from going, but is nothing. Saving Princess doesn't really have many items, has more to do, but it's just really, really awful to play, so I'm ignoring it until I get more. Bomber Cyberpunk, I believe now with the slew of rep that I got recently, does have a bunch more in logic. It's getting closer to being in goal range, but it's more likely than not that with the way that game works, I play through most of it before it goals. Celeste 64 has about half of the remaining game in logic now. It's gotten quite a few items. It's a decent chunk of the way to having enough strawberries. Checks Finder still needs a bunch. Castlevania Circle of the Moon is technically close to going, but as we know from Jeff, hard Dracula fight, a lot to deal with. I still need to do a lot in that game. Bumper stickers is BK'd, waiting. Tunic I can do a ton in now, both in logic and out of logic, because I got Heroes Laurels, and it's also 2 items away from go mode. Legend of Zelda is like 4 items away from go mode. Still waiting on something else big, mainly Step Ladder, which I know where it is. Mario 64 is just kind of waiting on that key, so I need an ice cream. Mustaches, songs. It did get another music sheet recently. Terraria still does not have hard mode, so that's the big thing stopping it from going anywhere, but it does have more to do. Meridus, I don't really know what the deal is with Meridus. I just play it. It's fun. Super Mario Land 2 is just waiting on coins and levels. Ocarina of Time. Honestly, Ocarina of Time mostly just needs, like, very specific things. It needs Hookshot. It needs magic and a fire source. And I could use, like, warp songs. Like, Requiem would be really good. I have hover boots, so I would very much like to see Nocturne. Of course, with the fire source. Unless I want to learn how to unload the door, which I don't, so... AP Quest is now 1 item away from go mode, I believe. Kirby Dream Land 3 has access to World 4 out of World 6. Yeah, key opens a locked chest, or a locked door with a chest behind it in AP Quest. And then I believe you need like a sword or something to kill an enemy, and then it goes. So it's literally like, basically it needs 100% of items, but it's about there. Still needs more trinkets, but it has like no items, so. Mystic Quest, I'm going to open that up on the tracker, because that one I'm just kind of curious to look at right now, after it got, I think, 3 potentially good items in this stream alone. It has 39 in logic. Looks like it does have some new areas to go to. So not a huge amount, but it's gotten more. Yacht Dice has gotten, I think, at least a bonus point, score multiplier, and category, and a dice fragment, and a roll fragment. So it's probably getting close to opening up a good amount. RuneScape is RuneScape. Final Fantasy 1 got Canoe, so it definitely has a ton to do right now. Castlevania 64, I think it's still waiting on the key to get into the Hedge Maze area. Wargroove probably has a couple levels to do, but I'm not sure if it has that much. I haven't checked in a while. Super Metroid is still in the same state it's always been in, I think. It still hasn't gotten an item in a while, I think. Stardew has a lot to do, because Stardew has full island, well, not full, but it has West Island access, more walnuts. So I have a ton of walnuts to grab. I have more museum checks to do. I have a much better fishing rod for all the fishing sanity checks. I just need seasons. It's mainly BK'd by seasons. Donkey Kong Country 3 just needs any sort of new vehicle. Mega Man Battle Network 3, I've gotten multiple items to, and I don't know if there's more in Logic yet or not, because I don't think I've checked it since I got another progressive Undernet rank. I feel like it should have more in Logic, but we'll see. Raft, we just talked about. Super Mario World, we just talked about. Sonic has gotten a bunch of new emblems, so I wouldn't be surprised if I've gotten, like, a new boss to unlock more levels. Hopefully some easier ones that I can do, because I'd really rather not play that game very much, but, you know, I have to eventually. Civ 6 has not gotten a single progressive era, so I think it's in the same situation, but I put it on the wheel just because I want to finish the run we were on. Cage 2, we just talked about, has like 100 items to get. Undertale has not gotten a single area key in a very long time. Blasphemous has also not gotten any of the core abilities yet, so it's been kind of stuck. Overcooked, has almost all the ramps, but it's missing like a key ramp to really open things up. I need purple ramp and I need remote batteries. I believe those two things really open it up. The Messenger has gotten multiple songs and abilities, so I think it has a fair few checks in it. Doom 1. Both Dooms and Heretic have like more to do. More new levels, more keys. Nothing crazy. Subnautica has a ton to do. We absolutely need to do Subnautica. I think Final Fantasy 1, Subnautica, and KH2 are probably like our big trio of games that we need to do now. Celeste probably has a few random things. Link to the Past is not much. SMZ3 is not much until Morph. Superstar Saga, I hinted A hammers, and I can get it in Tunic out of Logic, which would open it up a decent amount. Wind Waker probably has a few things to do, but not a lot. Zillion is still stuck behind. Like, I need characters, I need Zillions, I need just something to break those stronger containers. Pokemon Red, I got Bike to it, and I got Self Scope to it. It's like, it's on the verge. I probably just need Pokeflute, and then it really starts to open up outside of the HMs, but the HMs are honestly a little bit less important. I just need Pokeflute. DLC quest, I don't know. I've gotten a few progression items to it. Maybe it has some checks. Cage 1 is kind of has a few. Hylix 2 has been BK'd for the longest time. Jack and Daxter also has a lot to do because it's gotten, I guess, enough power cells to open more areas if that's what controls it, and also just some movement. Paint is kind of stuck. Time Spinner definitely has more to do because I've gotten a bunch of key cards, but that's about it. I think I ran next progression on it and saw that I needed the Time Spinner Spindle. I think that's what like really unBKs it. But I've not hinted that, so I'm just waiting. Pokemon Emerald we just talked about. Landstalker, I ran next progression on that as well, I think, and there's like a specific safety sub pass or something, security safety pass. Is that what it's called? Something like that unBKs it. But I've not hinted that. Time Spinner Spindle opens up like half the game, yeah. Shivers is a unknown. That game just keeps getting items. Link's Awakening is probably normal Zelda abilities. I'm not sure which one's most important for it at this point. Mega Man 2, I have no idea. It doesn't have items. Risk of Rain is also still BK'd despite getting progressive stages. I think the problem with Risk of Rain is that it just hasn't gotten any actual stages to go to. Like, I've gotten 2 progressive stages, but I've gotten, like, no actual, like, stages. Like, I've gotten Sky Meadow and I've gotten Titanic Plains. Sky Meadow is 5th stage. And Titanic Plains is what? Oh, Titanic Plains is the one that I started with, right? So, like, I have 2 progressive stages, but I have no stages, which is great. Witness has a lot to do now. I have, I think, 2, maybe 3, but I think 2 of the environmental puzzles areas to do. Plus swamp panels and shapers and a few other panels probably. Actually, let me just see what the total number is now. It's probably way higher. Well, not way higher, but, you know. 38. Yeah. Yeah, I can do... Well, I can do some things, that's for sure. Actually, I don't think I can even get into Swamp still. That's interesting. My Swamp panels must have gotten randomized into something really weird if I can't get into Swamp with Shapers. Huh. Either that or Universal Tracker doesn't understand panel rando well. But I would think if it doesn't understand panel rando well, it would err on the side of thinking the vanilla thing, which is what it normally does. And vanilla can get in there with shapers. I'm going to roll up to Swamp, and it's going to be like rotated shapers, negative shapers on the first panels from the very start, and then there's just going to be like random stars, and it's also going to be symmetry or something. Like, I don't know what it can do. It's just going to be something terrible. Because I'm on the, I forget what it's called, but I'm on the randomization setting that doesn't inherently make it harder, but does combine it in ways that are not vanilla. So the last panel will be the simplest one, yeah. Fox and Adu is not a game that exists. I think we can all agree that Fox and Adu does not have an Archipelago implementation because I've never heard of it, never seen it, never played it. Yoshi's Island has a fair amount to do. I think it has World 6 and World 4 gates and a few items to go with that. Inscription also has a lot to do because I can finish Act 1 and do all of Act 2. I just haven't felt like it because it takes so long. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lingo is an unknown. Like, it has a lot because it's gotten a lot of panel sets, and yeah, I think 3 colors, but what does it have? I'm pretty sure it has black, brown, and orange. Oh, it has, or no, yeah, it has black, brown, and orange, and blue. So it has 4 panels. Or 4 colors, which is quite a bit, but also I really wish I could get that tracker working so I could just know, but I don't know. My fault for enabling panel rando. Panel rando was a mistake. Lingo will become suffering because of panel rando. I thought it would work. I saw the panel rando option. I was like, oh, this will work just like Witness. It'll be a nice little grouped up area where it's like, this area is this panel, this area is this panel. No. It's like, no, you just can't have this specific panel. Screw you. StarCraft is funny. I do have some guides on StarCraft though. I think it'll be I want to get better at StarCraft, so I think it will be fine. I am not scared to play it. It'll just take a while. Factorio, I'm also not particularly scared to play. I just still have not bought. And that is it. 4 games down. Subnautica is our longest game that we've gone without playing, which is funny because now it has some of our most checks of any game. Some more, you can't have this panel because it unlocks a new area. Yeah. It's a lot harder to tell what that means in Lingo. Because like with the Witness, it's very nicely set out to regions that teach you something that you can visually see on the map. So panel rando makes a lot of intuitive sense even to a first-time player, whereas Lingo doesn't. Yeah, see, I don't want to like use the tracker while I play. All I want is a number. That is all I need from the tracker. A number that says I can do this many things. Just so I know for sure, like when I start it, that I can do something instead of running around. Like I know I can do something now, I just like to know a number for the sheet. That's it. Well. Cool. I think that is good. That is all I wanted to do. A nice quick stream where we knocked out those 2 games. So thanks for coming out, watching the the finale and seeing the clutch fight, seeing all the items released. I will update the sheet right after I end stream here. Probably send out a ping for those games being beaten. Also, just kind of send a message once the sheet's updated, so that way you can look through it. Get any change games ready for any of the games that I just said I don't want to play, probably. But otherwise, thanks for coming out, and I will see you in the next stream. Monday at the latest, but we'll see about the weekend.